Hi, folks. One of the most amazing early American cultural websites out there is the site associated with Jefferson's Monticello. And so, for our discussion activity today, I'm going to ask you to find something on this site that you find interesting, given the conversations we've been having about Jefferson and the values and beliefs and tensions in American culture. So I just thought I'd give a very quick tour on some of the ways you can discover things here. One of the best ways to start is to click on Historic House and Plantation, and that takes you to a submenu that's pretty valuable. We're going to look at the plantation and slavery page in more detail in a few minutes, but really, all these main links are really productive. So if you're interested in kind of the house itself and the design itself and the architecture of the house and all of that stuff, there's a really cool section for that. If you want to dig into the research about Jefferson and Monticello, cool page here. On this families and teachers page, there's all sorts of kind of interesting resources you can play around with if that interests you. And those are sort of the core things. Also, a page on Jefferson. So these are probably the five primary links you're going to want to look at as you explore the page. Now, the one that I think is going to be most relevant to our work is the plantation and slavery page. And I think it's fascinating how the Monticello team has really embraced this topic. And we've already looked at it a little bit in what we studied for our last deadline. But there's some really interesting stuff here, an exhibit, a companion website, stuff about the African American families. But then there's also this really cool Monticello app. I would love it if someone would download this app and talk about that experience. So there's all sorts of cool things here. And if I were you, this is where I'd start, given the focus of our conversation. But really, any of these tools, any of these locations could be really cool. And I invite you to find other things that I'm not even aware of on the site. So dig in, try to find some cool, specific details about whatever area that you explore. The more specific what you share is, the more interesting it will be for the rest of us. Thanks, everyone. See you in the discussion.